Okay. Yeah, open the first one. Scroll down.
Okay.
Scroll down, scroll down. Okay, let me give it for you. I think you're not getting it. Search for RBI complexity calculator. Okay, I've sent you just a link in the chat. Open that. Others, if you're not talking, please keep yourself in mute. Okay, give me 2 minutes. I'll be on mute. Just fill out these details and tell me if it is complex or not. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Can anyone tell what is FT? Surabhi? Okay, what is it? Full-time member? Full-time member. Standard. Refresh. Process expected to change 26 months.
Is everybody able to access the chat? I'm not able to access.
I was not able to access the chat.
Even I was not able to access the chat.
Yes.
I'm going to answer your chat. Sorry? I said,
We are not able to access the chat.
yes. Then, I'm not able to access.
సునంద ఆటో వెరీ అనిత అనిత
Are you able to calculate complexity?
Ajay bro, unmute and talk.
Yeah. Why everyone are silent?
మాస్టర్
You need to discuss about the project, guys. సోపు డబ్బా గురించి మాట్లాడుతున్నారు.
సో
ప్రాజెక్ట్.
ఫాదర్ మాది ఊరు వెళ్తున్నారు సో అది
ఓకే, నో ప్రాబ్లం. సో
వదిలేం కొద్దిగా ఇది ఎఫ్టి రూల్ బేస్డ్ ఐ డోంట్ నో వాట్ ఆల్ దిస్
okay, so FT is how many members are currently working on a particular process.
ఓకే
Okay, rule based, if it is rule based or not, like if you need any PDF scraping or if you need any document understanding, other than that, see, whatever code that you have written, everything is rule based, like if this then that. Other than
యా
other than those, you don't have any other activities, right? You don't need any other
రైట్
inputs. Okay,
ఓకే
so those, that is
సో
rule
రూల్స్
based.
రూల్ ఓకే సో హియర్ దే ఆర్ గివింగ్ నెంబర్స్ రైట్ 1 or 2 సో
Hmm. How many
how many
rules?
rule based
How
yeah
many rules?
how many
So number
rules
of FTs,
okay
how many members are working on it, and rule based, like how many. Just a second. How many rules are there? For example, you
yeah
have in the website you have a rule, right? Like if it is manager, select manager. If it is developer, select developer. If there are both
oh,
numbers, select both.
okay
So now how many
okay
rules did we get over there?
3 rules
Exactly. Like that, how many rules are there total?
how many rows
Rules. How many rules are there?
total 3 rules right
Okay. So now we need to check whether a PDF text or document is available or not. Is it right? To read it,
yeah
template creation. So
yeah
that's one more rule. And we also need to check whether a no uh, text file is available or not. Is it another rule?
okay
So like that, there can be more than 15 to 20 rules in your project.
acha right
Okay, so you need to first see, that's what I said. You went directly into the code. Why did you go? If you are asking for complete project, you just need to work on complete project. First, you need to understand the project. First, you need to create that PDD and get it verified.
okay
Okay, scroll down. So, can you
standard
change that rule-based project to 10 at least? Okay, standard input is 10 because that's just an Excel file and data scraping. That's fine. Free text is no, there is no free text. Okay, type. What is type? Automated or manual process is this?
automated right
It's complete manual and repetitive process. So what is the current process is what we need to select.
Manual repetitive.
Exactly. Our process is completely manual and repetitive. Okay.
We can keep a schedule if you I mean if you keep a schedule it will get automated, right? In unattended mode.
Correct.
So what is automated then?
See, if you are automating or if you are using a, for example, there is an API that
Okay.
already does some automation work and you are utilizing that API.
Okay.
So there is an automated process already and you are implementing that.
Okay.
That is automated. Semi-automated in the sense in the big process, API part is one small part.
Okay.
So that is semi-automated, semi-manual and repetitive process. So there is some automations in place. Okay, manual but not repetitive in the sense if there is a process, for example, the same use case, this is manual,
Okay.
but this is not repeated for every at least it's only we are doing it every once in a year.
Okay.
So now is it repetitive?
Yeah, it is repetitive.
But how for how many years?
It's a how many years?
Yeah. So every year if it is repeating, okay, you don't know when it will
Okay.
repeat. Okay. Now
Okay.
let's say that you spent 3 months to 4 months in automating this task
Okay.
in a regular scenario. Now,
Okay.
since it's going to run only once in a year, are you going to
Okay.
say that this process can be automated or we will go ahead with the process or not?
No, it is a waste of time, I think so. Because
Exactly,
for
because it's running only for
yeah,
5 minutes in a year. It's saving us
correct,
5 minutes.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, keep it manual and repetitive.
Okay.
Okay, scroll down. Process expected to change in 6 months. So is this process expected to change in 6 months? No, we should not change this process in 6 months. If that is a change, then we should
Okay.
not go ahead.
Okay.
Okay, understand the
Okay.
logics.
Yeah.
Okay, if you created a process and that
Mm,
process is changing for every 3 months or 4 months, then
correct.
you need to do all kind of steps again. That's not a best practice
Yes.
in case of
Correct.
RPA. Okay, so
Right.
number
Right.
of exceptions. How many exceptions do you have? Right now, do you have any exceptions?
No exceptions. If we assume we can implement the exceptions
Let's
anyhow.
assume that there is no exceptions, and whatever exceptions that we have, that those are system exceptions.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay. So I can make it zero.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Calculate. Now calculate. Okay. Potential FTE benefits
Point
0.5. So potential FTE benefit 0.5. What does it mean? So since you have
50%.
yeah 50%
Okay.
of the savings it can make or 50% of the uh, acceptance that it can give. If you change the FTE to 20 or 30, let's see how much
Okay.
it will give us. Change the FTE to 20 or 30. Scroll down.
Okay. Ten
So how
point
much it's
seven.
saving? So out of 20 members, it is saving 10 members.
Okay.
So bot can work, a single bot can work a 10 members job.
Okay.
Okay, so that kind of automation or see, instead of has paying 30 members or 20
Okay.
members, every person 50,000 per month,
Mm-hmm.
they will deploy
Okay.
a bot and
Mm.
the license cost is 50,000 for a complete year.
Okay.
And you can also add more process to it. Now, which one will you go? Will you go with humans or will you go with robot?
We'll go with understand now what's wrong because what's wrong? See,
Hmm.
can you give me 10 minutes? My mom and dad
No
is
problem.
calling.
Go ahead. Let's
What is it?
discuss with other
Yeah.
team members. Yeah,
Okay.
please.
Sorry.
No problem. No problem. Go ahead. Okay, others, please talk. Vajay's session, sorry, Ajay's session is completed. So, let's discuss on the use cases. Okay, what is that some activities, or what do we need to do to make sure that the process is automatable, or at least we'll move ahead with the process. Yesterday, I'll tell you the scenario. Yesterday, Ajay asked me, okay, I'm getting all the concepts, like all the steps, but I'm not able to get complete use case process. So I just asked him to create a process. I've given him a use case. I'm not telling anything with him and asking him to come up with a solution. So he moved right away to development of the project. Like, he didn't go if the process is complex or not. He didn't validate if the process available for automation and it is correct process for automation, and he did not check what are the inputs, what are the outputs, and he did not create the PDD. So is this the correct way to create any project? Please unmute and talk. And why it's not the correct way? If it is correct way, what is the correct way?
Actually, first we need to analyze, is it repetitive, or how much time it will take, and what is the cost it is taking. So only then you just try to automate. So if it is like semi-manual, or is it complete manual, or how
Exactly.
many times it will be doing all this.
Exactly. Exactly. So what are the other steps? What are the next steps that we can take place? See, this is general discussion. If you say wrong now, you will not get going to have any loss. If you say wrong in the interview, you will have a job loss, or you will lose that interview. Okay, talk now so that you will be safe later. Please, everyone unmute and talk.
We need to check the dependencies, like all the tools and applications are available or not to do the automation.
Super, Priyanka. That's absolutely right. So when they come up with an application, then the other point that we need to ask is, do we have test data, or do we have test applications available? Because see, often what happens is business people, they don't normally use a test applications. They because the test applications only are available with the developers. Okay, they will not use any test applications. So what can happen is they will say that, okay, we don't have any test application, work on the production environment. So is it correct practice to work on the production environment?
No.
No.
Okay, so now how can you convey business that, okay, I cannot work with this, but I need this? How can you convey that? What will you say? What will you say? And how will you proceed?
It is going to affect the customers or the data which is in the production, which will be of more impact. So instead, we have a mock data which is similar to production, and then work on. So once the process is steady and stable, then we can deploy to production and check.
Okay, so if they say that, okay, we don't have any mock application, how will you proceed? See, you need to, you are a solution developer or solution architect, you need to give some kind of solution to them.
Can request the business for.
Your voice is very low, whoever is speaking. Sandesh.
I'm sorry, my mic is still having a problem. Okay,
Yeah.
am I audible now, Bajrang?
Yeah, yeah. Tell me, please.
Okay. We have to create a test data where the business has to provide us in the production itself. It is not in the live, but it will be a dummy test data.
Sounds like a plan. Okay, please continue. I'm eager to hear.
And then we can go ahead and run the bots and check it is working fine or not. All the codes are working fine or not.
Okay. So one more option that you can, I will give to a business user is, if you don't have any test application, then
Okay.
I will first analyze the project and I will see if there is any write activities from the bot. Like,
Okay.
is the bot just reading the data from the application, or is it writing back? Okay. So if it is not writing any data, then I will ask a user to give permissions only to view the application without any change access. Okay, the user rights that they are going to give are only with a view access, but not to change anything. I think that will help us, right?
That will help. But if we want to test the code,
Hmm.
how can you go with the read data, Vajrang?
Exactly, because in that
Where,
application we are only reading the data. In other applications, we can write the data where there is test application.
oh, okay, I understand.
See, understood I just understood what is the activity that the bot should do. Bot need not write any data in the application, in the production application. You just need to read the data.
That is right.
Okay, so that's not a stopper for me, or that's not a blocker for me now.
Understood.
Okay, so think on different perspectives on how to implement the things or how to implement the solution. Okay, customer is expecting you to provide a solution, not to bring one more problem to him. Okay, great. So let's continue. What are the other factors you can check? So whatever image that Ajay have created, uh, is it good enough for someone to understand the process? He have created a project, right? He have created a process like bots, DNA, and all. Okay. Can someone share your screen? I don't want to share my screen because I want you to understand work on the project. Can someone share the screen? Do I need to call the name? Okay, Priyanka.
Vajrang, actually, I don't have my PC right
Okay,
now,
Flavia.
so that's
If you have Ajay back, then we'll go with Ajay. Ajay, are you back?
Yes, yes, Vajra.
Okay. Now, let's understand. Okay, let's come to a understanding that okay, this process is bringing us some engagement, and we are able to continue with it. So we can go with the next steps. Like this process can be
Mhm.
automated. What is the next step? So if you want, you can go back to our Teams notes and you can see what are the steps that we have. Okay, on the right side, there is also complexity calculator. Can you also open that, please? Complexity calculator on the right panel. Yeah. So this is just FT calculator. Now let's go with the process complexity calculator. Okay.
Mhm.
Now let's try to fill this data. See, all these kind of questions you need to ask.
అదొద్దంట ఓకే యా సారీ
Okay. Do one thing. So can someone else do it? Flavia, can you do it for us? I do understand that Ajay is busy. Uh, copy and paste that code, please. Copy and paste that URL in the chat, and you can mute yourself, please, Ajay.
Uh,
సారీ వజ్ర
No problem.
Vajrang, we are not able to see the chat window.
Yeah, that's fine. But one thing, this just understand this is for the team members, and what I will do is I will forward this URLs in the WhatsApp for you. Just a second, please. And you can see that's the restrictions that you will have uh, as a team. Okay, can you see in the chat, WhatsApp chat now? Can you please check WhatsApp chat?
Yes.
Okay, just click on them in the video, and or you can just click on. Flavia, can you please share the screen? We are not able. Yeah.
So can you see?
Yes, please. Now others understand the process, and Flavia, you can explain them what is the process and fill this particular slide or inputs. Okay.
The process means point of contact.
Okay. Okay.
Um, some free text.
So how much free text do you have, or is there any data where you need to use wildcards or regex expressions? I don't think so. In this process, there are no such
No,
things. So you can keep it as
no.
zero. Okay. Applications. How many applications do you have?
Um, Windows and web application.
You have web application. Okay.
Uh, Only web
Okay.
uh,
Number of screens.
number.
Is it only one screen? Because you're only
Yes,
having one screen, right? The POC,
yes,
point of contact
yes,
screen. Yeah, you can change
yes.
it to one. 0 to 10 is fine. So is it a
Okay.
video Citrix process? Or so what is video and Citrix process? If it is remote desktop automation, or if you are using any Citrix, then it is Citrix. So you can just say that no, this is not Citrix because you're using a web, right?
Yes.
Yeah, click on no.
Bajrang, sorry to interrupt here.
Yeah, tell me.
I have to drop off as my organization is calling me
Go
for
ahead,
some
please. No
issues.
need to inform. Thanks. Okay,
Thank you.
calculate.
Bye.
Calculate, click on calculate. So what is the complexity level here?
Low complexity.
Exactly. So to implement this process, there is very low complex. It's very low complex process. So we can go ahead and implement it. There is 50 more than 50% of safety savings we are getting, and the complexity is also very low. Okay. Simple way how we can change this to higher complexity. Okay. Change the standard input to no. Free text percentage to 70. Free text percentage to 70. Second option. Second. 70%. Application type, change them to Citrix or anything, mainframes and terminals. Or else you can also change it to non-Windows as well. That's fine. Screens, keep it to 30.
30,
Yeah.
30.
Yeah, more than 30 is fine. VDI Citrix, yes. Just calculate. Okay. Now, do you understand the change or difference?
So, mainframe,
Sorry, I didn't get you.
I didn't understand the mainframes and terminals.
Mainframes and terminals. Okay. Can you open console application, or sorry, command prompt? PowerShell.
So,
PowerShell.
PowerShell.
Yeah.
Should I type it?
No, no. Open PowerShell as well. Yeah, first one. Yes. Okay, see, all such kind of green screens or single screens where you need to type in commands or where you need to have limited amount of input, these are terminal screens. Okay, or mainframe screens also will be like this. So the problem with these screens is you will not be able to do regular web automation or desktop automation. You cannot select any kind of element inside it. Is it right? Because it's single screen.
Yes.
Okay, so if you are automating such kind of screens using text automation, then it is a terminal automation. Can you get it now? Okay, so there must be one single place where I can show you what is a terminal also. Give me some time, but yeah, please continue. So, but did you understand now what is the difference between web application and a terminal or console applications, Flavia?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah, please continue.
So we calculated Just for high level complexity.
So now, do we need to automate this process? Now you understood
Um,
that this is high complex process. Now, do you need to automate this process or not? Tell me that.
No.
no.
Wrong decision again. You should not select or go only with high complex process, stating that okay, if this is high complex process, then I shouldn't do it. That's a wrong assumption. The right assumption is okay, now that I have a high complex process, now what are the things or why should we go ahead with the process? Is it bringing me, though it is high complex, is it repetitive completely? Okay, though it's high complex, is it repeating continuously for thousands of times and do I need 30 members to 40 members to automate the solution? And can this be automated? Can I do a POC and try to validate it or not? That's what you need to think again. It's not just about high complexity, low complexity, or medium complexity, everyone. It's also we about what kind of automation are we taking in place. Okay, can you understand the differences?
Yes, yes, yes. Okay.
Okay,
Vajraka,
now
why choose the FTL?
why? I didn't get you.
Why
FT?
why choose the FT calculator complexity?
No, no, you need to calculate both FT and complex calculator. See now, see the same thing. If a manual person is doing that, then a complete repetitive process, then it is a tough job for him too. If we deploy a bot which can automatically work on some things, then the burden of human will be reduced. Is it right or not?
Yes.
Okay, so that is the reason we need to calculate FTA over there. Though it's not standard input, though it's free text, if the process is completely automatable, like if the bot can run without manual intervention, then we can go ahead with the process.
Okay.
The time will be more, the time to develop will be more, but the time that we're going to get back will be higher. Let's assume that the high complex process, we were able to replace 10 humans or 15 humans out of 20. So only 5 members are working, and those 5 members are validating bot outputs now instead of working on bot process. So is the manual process completely removed from the humans or not?
Removes.
Yeah. So now you need to go ahead and automate this process. Okay. Okay, fine. Let's continue. So Ajay, can you please share your screen? Are you okay now? Settled?
Yes, yes. Yes, Vajraka. Fine.
Okay, great. Now let's go with your documentation. Let's see your documentation as well. What kind of documentation have you prepared other than this image?
So I prepared only task capture and I went to the.
Okay, now I
Yes.
will be a manager. Okay, I have given you 8 hours to complete. You are coming with me with a simple diagram and stating that this is completed. What did you do for the remaining hours?
Okay.
Tell me the answer, Ajay.
Okay. For asking me. So remaining hours I went to I go through the development. Yes.
But
So
why did you go for a development when you didn't come up with a proper analysis phase? Why when you didn't complete with an analysis phase?
the analysis in the sense I know I know I can open the browser, I can open the zip files, I can open the
Ajay,
word
it
document.
doesn't matter if you know or not. You are a developer. You should give a client that this process can be automated. How can you go directly into the development phase? We even didn't get a client license. with to automate with UiPath?
Okay. You only tell what's like these only things I need to know about this. When you
We
are
can
asking
anyone
again,
answer these
asking again.
questions? I just want to pull Ajay's like I know that, but see, these are the questions that you will normally get in a job when
Right, right.
when a manager is asking you to come up
Okay,
with a solution and you go back stating that okay, this is my this is the image and I have created the code, then how will a business person understand that this you're going on a correct path? How will you make sure that they understand it?
okay.
Okay, others. Okay. So know the difference between creating a
Right, right,
project and creating a simple workflow. I'm not here to give you a simple workflow to create.
right, right.
Okay. Okay. Now, Ajay, what the next step that you need to do is you need to go to file. No, no. In the uh, task capture, go to file. Go to file. Task capture. Go to file. Go to file.
Mm-hmm.
Export. Export it as Word document. Okay. Add the title, point of contact. Add your name, Ajay Kumar. Hit next.
Okay.
Hit next. Export.
Export it.
Yeah, export. Okay. Team 6 point of contact. That's fine. Don't save it in local. Save it in GitHub so that you can come. That's in a correct place. Hit on save.
Okay. Open file.
Yep. Now fill in each and every component that's there in the PED. So, as per a business understanding, you should first complete this PDD and come up with a solution stating that okay, this is the as is process, and in the to be process, we will have robots in place. Whatever are being done, the process we are doing it with robots now, and the purpose of it, how much time are we saving it? Reduce processing time by 80%. That's what we are anticipating that it will save close to 80%. In the safe side, you can say at least 50% it will save, but it can save more. Okay. So what is as is process description steps? Have you written any steps?
No.
Okay. So understand the difference, Ajay, when I'm asking you to work on a project.
Okay.
This is for everyone, by the way. Okay. Well, let's quickly create our notes for today and then we'll close it
Sure.
because notes is very important to me right now because you are able to go back and see with the notes rather than going into complete video.
Right, right, right.
Okay. Let me share it quickly for you.
Okay.
Can you see the screen?
Yes, sorry, sir.
Yep. Okay, let's go with Feb 2nd. So people who are new in the new team, they will only get access for their recordings. So this is exclusively for the team members who are there. But don't worry, but you will get the PDF version anyway from the LinkedIn, and I'm also sharing it with you in Teams. Okay, let's go. Yeah. So this is Feb 2nd, 2022. And what is the steps are we discussing? Process analysis for POC project, point of contact project. Okay. Okay. Tell me from the beginning, what did we discuss? We'll take time. We'll prepare proper notes and then we'll move on. Go ahead, please speak.
FT calculator.
Okay. So we didn't go right away to FT calculator. We first found the Ajay's use case and understood the issues with, right? Okay. But anyhow, let's go.
Analysis.
Discovery phase.
Okay. Okay, let's go with FT. FT calculator. Then is complexity calculator. Okay, I'm adding email links over here so that you can check them later. So that should be helpful for you. So this is my FT calculator. So in the same place you can find others. Okay, what is the next one?
To generate PDD.
Use the task capture to create process flow. Is it right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then created PDD, exported a PDD with task capture. Okay. Next. So what are the mistakes Ajay did?
First, we need to analyze
What
before
mistakes
starting.
did Ajay did? Let's go ahead. Ajay, I'm going personal, but let it be personal so that it will be concentrated at you. Okay?
Yeah, okay, Vajay.
Yes. Okay. Tell me what are the mistakes that Ajay did?
Analysis.
Didn't analyze the process.
Yeah.
Okay. And what else he didn't do?
Didn't create the PDD.
Okay. PDD is not created before development.
This is also analyzed process, right? PDD,
This is also.
analyzed process, right?
See, analyzing a process is to say whether that particular process can be automated or not. PDD is to create steps for development. Okay. Now we understood the process is good, but to go into the development, can you see if you see Ajay directly have written all the code. The code is right now working, if I'm not wrong. Is it right, Ajay?
Right.
Ajay, can you please
Yeah, it is
answer?
working. Yeah,
Exactly.
it is working, Vajay.
So directly he jumped into the coding without any documentation, created code. Okay. So no business rules documented. Rules and exceptions documented.
Where should we document wisdom actually?
At least they need to write step-by-step process. Okay, these are the steps. They need to give a step-by-step process in a Word document, at least. Okay, you cannot assume a process, right? Let's say that business gives you POC website, and all they need is instead of converting or creating the documents, they just want to automate whether both are available. They need to select, then you need to select both. If only manager is available, select manager, and if developer is available, select developer. So that's the automation that business wants. Now what happened is Ajay also included creation of document in that particular process because he himself don't know what is the complete process. But if he would have written step-by-step process already and if he would have submitted, then the review would have been completed and stating that, okay, boss, this is not what we have asked. We have asked only till this process. Why are you doing this? Can I
So
ask
what
him?
is that document called actually, where you write the step-by-step process?
Yeah, that's the analysis phase. In the analysis phase, we will also need to write step-by-step process.
So is it in just a general English
Yeah, general
form
English.
or
Just general English.
okay?
So for this particular process, guys, let's take time. Don't let's not go away uh, and complete this. So what is step-by-step process? For point of contact use case. So what is the step-by-step process? Now I'm saying that don't create PDFs or don't create documents. Ajay, can you please explain, show your screen and explain the process in live website?
Oh, okay, Vasan.
Yeah, please do it now.
I mean, development you were asking. I mean,
No,
code.
no, no development. See, we are not going into development.
Yeah.
Coding. EDD.
No,
EDD.
go to the website of Bots DNA, explain the process. Let's write step-by-step process.
Right, 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 right.
Everyone are in a hurry to write the code. Code you can write. What about the previous steps and next steps? Those are the interview questions that you will get normally, where you will fail.
Yep.
Yes.
If the interviewer asks you what is the if
Mhm.
activity and what is an else activity, or what is the switch statement, you can answer them. If he asks you
Yes.
what is the process analysis that you have done, you will not be able to answer him. Okay, so let's compress this particular use case, and the simple use case that we are going to talk is irrespective of the project code. Okay, bot need to excuse me. So bot need to open this website,
Okay.
check
So
each and
we
every
need to
row.
download the zip file, is it?
No, don't even download the zip file. That's not at all required.
Okay.
All that bot need to do is if both developer and manager phones are available, the point of contact should be both.
Both.
If only
If the
developer is
developer is not,
available,
yeah.
then only developer. If only manager is available, only manager. Okay, so that is the compressed use case, you can say. Now go back to Teams. In our notes. You will have access, right? Just update the step-by-step process. By the way, Team 6, everyone can have access for this, for editing as well, since they are already in the team. Okay, so you just have a quick look. Yeah, please go ahead and write the step-by-step process. Others can guide him. So what is the step? Open website.
1 second. Yes.
What is the last?
Open proposal.
Okay, nice. Okay, So phone number, manager phone number is available. Update manager. Okay. So let me do it. Let me just do one thing for you. So let's write it as step-by-step process. So let's convert it in 1, 2, 3. Okay. So just okay. Uh, so after opening, then read all the rows. Okay. For each row. Okay. Then we are doing if developer, then do this. Okay. So these are the steps that we are doing for each row.
Great.
Okay. Then at the last, what is the next step? Click on submit. Is it right? I'm doing that. That's the next step.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay. So that is the next step. And then process completed. Now understand this. Are we able to understand at least in plain English, like what are the steps that we need to do or not?
Yes.
Okay. Now this is easier. Okay. Now we are understanding the process. Now we are creating the process flows. While he is updating, I have updated few more points on the top. Can you please scroll up?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So as is process flow and to be process flow is not created, did not calculate FTE and complexity. Okay. So there can be, so these are fine for now to just understand what are the mistakes that you have made and how you will be able to correct them.
Okay.
Okay. So
Yes,
that's it
sir.
for today. A quick feedback would help and then we can close this session. I'm stopping the recording.